What it do, YouTube? In today's video, we're loading the XB up with the Alibaba special, bro. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, this is my 2008 RS5 Scion XB. Now, as you could see, it is pretty low. It's on Rev 9 coilovers with Swift springs. The fronts are 4-inch 40Ks, and the rears are like 3.5-inch 60Ks. Now, some people like these rims and some people don't. To be honest, I love how big they look. Like, I think it goes well with the box. All right, so here are the new rims. Now, mind you, I did have to wait about a month and a half for these because obviously they came from China, okay? The good thing is, when they come from China, you get a good deal. Or at least I hope I did. Now, I'm not gonna blue ball you guys and take forever to show you guys the rims. We're just gonna start opening them. Obviously, I did open them to just make sure that we actually did get them, so. Now, here I only have 3. The last one gets delivered today. For some reason, they split the shipment up, and I got the first 3. I'm missing 1, but whatever. It comes in like an hour. They come with these, which obviously these are going to be the little caps we could put on them, and the stickers for them. Obviously, you could tell these are SSR reps. I'm not too tripping. I don't really care if they're real or reps. Moment of truth. Here they are. These are 18-inch by 9.5, obviously 5x114 with a +20 offset. All right, guys, so basically these are my Alibaba wheels. Now, I got these for $600. That's including shipping. So if you take shipping out, shipping was about $225, and it took roughly about 36 days for them to come in. I paid a total of $375 for these wheels. Now, these are the spec that I wanted. Obviously, they're gonna have a bunch of different specs and a whole bunch of different offsets, and they could really make whatever you want, but obviously the price is gonna cost you. So with these, it took me roughly about 2 to 3 weeks to find them, from going back and forth with multiple sellers to finding the right seller and finding the right wheel that I wanted. So basically, we're just gonna go over that. Now, when you are searching on Alibaba, there's a whole bunch of different things that you could buy. You could literally buy body kits, you could buy rims, you could buy accessories, you could buy so much. You could probably buy a car on there. Now, I was looking for wheels, so the first thing I did was type in wheels 5x114, and then you go to the filters option. There is like a certified seller thing, which basically just means that they're verified on Alibaba, that people have bought from them before, and they have real reviews, not AI ones. Now, I found a whole bunch of people. I messaged a whole bunch of people and just told them to send me their catalog for 18-inch 5x114 wheels. Now, texting with them could be a long process because of the time difference. I mean, a lot of them are in China or just outside of this country, which the time difference is ridiculous. Now, my specific seller was in China, so I think he had like a 12 to 14 hour difference, because every time I would text him, he'd text me that same time, but in the morning or random times. So basically, went back and forth. He sent me his whole catalog for 18-inch wheels. They have so fucking many, it's actually ridiculous. They'll have them listed by their name plus their size, so like 18 by 9.5, their bolt pattern and the offset, and if there's multiple different ones, then you could choose from them. Also, with these, they have different colors. So with these, I could have gotten them like fully silver, or I think they did white lip with white face. I did white face with like silver lip. Now, my main tip I would say is don't be afraid to haggle with them a little bit. I wouldn't say they're gonna lower the price by $100, but they might lower like $5-10, and I mean that's something. So with like my guy, when I texted him and I sent him these, he wanted 100 a piece. Now that would have came up to 400 plus $225 for shipping, so that would have been $625. Now, after going back and forth a little bit, I did not text him for like 2 weeks, and he had spam texted me like 4 or 5 times, because obviously this is their job, this is how they make money, they want you to buy. So I was like, to be honest, I could do like, I think I had put like $350 per, like, for the 4 wheels. He didn't budge. So at the end, I ended up paying $93.75 per rim. So that came up to $375 plus the $225 shipping. So I paid $600 flat plus taxes, which was like $7. But to be honest, I think $600 for these SSR reps is pretty dope. Mind you, they are made of the same material that 99% of the rims you fucking buy on Facebook, online. I would just be careful. Text as many sellers as you want. Get a bunch of different prices. You can even send them to each other. Be like, hey, this guy's telling me this, and he could do it for this, and then he could do it for this. Just put them against each other. They want you to buy, and that might be able to help you. If you guys are wanting to buy, I'm going to put my seller right here. Send him a message. Tell him you found him on YouTube from your fet. Mind you, I literally have no following. I'm not a huge YouTuber. I don't do crazy social media views and stuff like that. But I do want him to know that I appreciate him. So we're going to try to send him some customers his way, and he knows already. So let's show you. So let's get 10 likes on this video, and then we'll put these wheels on the XB and see how they look.